Hey and howdy everyone, it's Jeannie with Paper Pixie Ink. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start on tutorial number 1 for the second album in this series. This is the frame card album. So stay tuned. Alright, so we are going to start with the cover again. So we need 2 pieces of chipboard that are cut to 5 inches by 6 inches and 1 piece of chipboard that is cut to 2 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches, and that will be for our spine. So we're going to cover that. I'm going to take 2 pieces of cardstock and I'm going to lay them out the way that they would be glued together, and then I'm going to put my chipboard on them so that I can see how much I can cut off. So this is roughly what we'd have. So I'm just going to lightly mark where I'm going to cut my cardstock. I'm going to grab my trimmer and I'm just going to lay this down and line up my mark with my cut line. And I'm just going to line this up and cut both at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 pieces together. You can use double-sided adhesive if that's what you wish. I'm just going to use my liquid because it's quick and easy and I like the adhesion I get from it. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue my chipboard down. And I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers book cover tool . Then I'm going to use this part on the tool so that I know what to cut off on my corners. And I'm just going to snip those corners off. And then I'm going to grab some 1/4 inch double-sided adhesive, and I am going to put it around the outside on all 4 sides. Then I'm going to fold my 2 long ones up along their edges, just like this. Peel my backing off. I'm going to put glue along the edge of my chipboard, and then just kind of lightly over the whole strip. And then I'm going to push it down. And I'm just going to lightly go over it with my bone folder because I want to make sure that it stays stuck really well. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Burnish it down. I'm going to grab my bone folder and just lightly press in these edges because I want to make sure that I get a nice clean corner. I'm going to lift up my sides and press them in for both. And then pull off my backing, glue along the edge of the chipboard, burnish it down, do the same thing on this last side. And then I'm just going to lightly go over all of my edges just so that they're nice and clean and flat. There we have it. And last but not least, I'm just going to lightly press in and there we have our base. So we're going to cover this now, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces, one to 4 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then this one will be cut to 8 1/2 by 5 3/4. So we'll cover to here, and then we'll cover here, so we have a nice clean cover. So 8 1/2 by 5 3/4. And then 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. So with this seam here, from, I don't know if you can see it, but this seam here from where we put our two pieces of cardstock together for our covers, that's going to be our back cover. So I'm going to put this piece on here, and then this piece will go on over top of it on our back cover. That gives us as clean a inside cover as we can get. So for this one, you want to make sure that you get glue right to your edges. And you want to make sure that you have pretty good coverage on the whole thing. And then we're going to go along these edges as well, just so that we can get it to adhere as well as possible on those spots that are going to have the most wear and tear. Just like that. And then we're going to burnish it down as best we can. And then we're going to do the same thing for this one, getting it as close to the edge as possible. And good coverage. And then we're going to lay this down just right over top of the other piece, making sure to burnish it down. And then along the seams for the spine, we're just going to lightly press in and work this up. There we have that side, and then we're going to do this side as well. Alright, so now we have our finished cover. For our binding, we are going to need 6 pieces cut. So we're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that are cut to 5 3/8 by 2 inches, 2 pieces that are cut to 5 3/8 by 1 1/2, and then 2 pieces that are cut to 5 3/8 by 3/4. And then we are going to score those. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard, and for the ones that are 5 3/8 of an inch by 2 inches, we are going to score those at the 1/2 inch and the 1 1/2 inch. I'm going to do that for both of them. Then for the ones that are 5 3 inches, so 5 3 inches this way and 1 1/2 inches this way, we are going to score them at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And you're going to do that for both of them. And then the ones that are 5 3/8 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch, we're going to put that down like that, and we're going to score that at 1/2 inch as well. And again, you're going to do that for both of them. So let's go ahead and fold on all our score lines. We're going to take our bone folder and we're going to burnish on all of our folds. Alright, so we're going to take our biggest piece, the ones that are 2 inches by 5 3/8, one of our slightly smaller one at 1.5 by 5 3/8, and in the center section, on the one that's 1.5 inches wide, we're going to apply glue, and you want to make sure that you have pretty good coverage. You don't want it to be too thick, but you want to make sure that it stays stuck, because this is the stacked method and it will have some wear and tear. This is where the pages will be opened and closed. And then we're just going to take it and line it up in the center of the 2 inch wide piece. And then we're going to take the piece that is 3/4 of an inch wide, and on the strip that is 1/4 inch wide, we are going to put glue on that. Again, making sure that you have pretty good coverage. And we're going to line the edge of that up with the score line that is here. So I don't know if you can see that, but the score line that is here, we're going to line the edge of this up with that. So now we have 5 tabs that we will be attaching our frame cards to. And we're just going to go ahead and repeat that same process for our second set. Okay, so now that we have 2 of these completed, we are going to take our cover, and these are going to get attached right in the center here. So from the indent that you have from your page, it's going to be 1/4 inch from this side and 1/4 inch from this side, and they will be 1/4 inch apart from each other. So to attach these, we're just going to flip them over so that your piece looks like this and your 5 tabs are sticking out this way. And this underside centerpiece is where we're going to apply our glue. And again, you want to make sure that you get good coverage, not putting too much on so it oozes out, but making sure that you have the whole thing covered and enough that it's going to stay really well stuck. And then we are going to aim for the center area just like this. I'm going to flatten them out, and I'm just going to go over it with my bone folder because I want to make sure that they are really well stuck. And I'm going to push those to the side, and I'm going to do the same thing with my second one. And we're going to make sure that we leave about 1/4 of an inch between them, lining them up as best as we can. Just like that. I'm going to press them down. So now you should have 10 little flaps that we will be attaching our frame cards to. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I'm going to stop it here, and next time we will move on to attaching our frame cards and building some of the other pieces for the album. So as always, if you are interested in seeing more, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks everyone.